In the red corner, we have Tunison playing as what would appear to be a Norse player this time, switching it up from the Atlanteans and coming over. And I still have a god power to use, apparently, according to my game, but it's not really. And also in the other corner, we have Iammagic coming back as Zeus, wanting to come in here and get his redemption from the last game, as we did have him play the other game and we were unable to get the victory. So it's been a 1-1 in this 3-game series right now. Tunison's got one, Magic's got one. Let's see if the Norse versus the Greeks can make a difference. So for the folks that are currently over on Twitch, I will now play Zeus coming in to play against Thor. And with that being said, then we also have to have Zeus's stats on the board. Coming in the far left corner here. All right. Oh, look at that. Scout, it might go down early on. He's trying to smack some of his giraffes to get rid of that hunt for him. Berserk was not letting that happen, though. He was not having it. He's putting it away across the board. And we need to have Thor stats as well. All right. So dwarves are on the board, working hard, putting in that work. We shall start the revelations. Revelations of the relics. Coming in for the relics. Let's go see what we got here, folks. Ah, it tastes so good. It's like real good, you know? Real good. All right. In the top corner, protected by the elephant and the gold mine, we have the Trojan Gate Hinge. Ooh, this is a nice one. Increase wall hit points by 20%. That's pretty significant value. Harmonia's Necklace. Gold gathers faster by 10% as well. So debatable if you'd want to have that or the trickle. Coming to the south, looks like we only have 4 on the board here. This one, however, is protected by zebras, though. These zebras which are making their sounds, making their Z-donk sounds. You ever heard of a Z-donk before? It's a half donkey, half zebra. It's called a Z-donk. It's a real thing. Search it up. Take a look. Silent P. Scepter. Wood cost by less and gold cost by less for your farms. Moving down to the palm trees. Through the palm trees, we can see the next relic on the board. Fetters of Fenrir. Increase villagers' attack by 20% on villaged. On the range, and also by the melee. Both players starting off pretty even on that sense. Tempo going up by Tunison. Magic going for a quick one. 330 on the board. Already ranked up. That was a very fast one for him. As we've seen last time, he did harass early on when he was playing with the Minotaurs. So I do suspect you're going to see that Centaur moving in, trying to do the same thing. Coming in to harass, right? Let's see how we go here. Let's see if he comes in. Where and when will he arrive? Is this the question? Of course the question. How could you ever doubt the question to being that itself? Alright. Centaur sees a house, shoots it once. Bean and Jason's already here as well. So once again, early on, we do have that AoE coming down for the dwarves. We do have Gormer the Old. Oh, we got a gate as well. He will lightning strike that hero and get him out, as we have another Centaur as well. Throwing rocks at the Centaur. You gotta see the whole map here. Healing Spring going down to try to heal these dwarves. Centaur is pushing back. The troll will try to come back as well. Centaur not doing too much work. We do have this soldier coming in hard, hammering Jason in the rear with a hammer. That can't feel good. Jason retaliating. Centaur shooting back. Giant rock thrown at the Centaur. This rush is not quite working out as much. Another Hippias on the board. There we go. Now we have 4 soldiers coming across. These dwarves will use a technique to come across. Build an ox cart. Get that hunt. This one gives you seizures, folks. So try not to focus on the seizures. Try not to look it directly in the eyes, as this might give you a seizure. Instead, look at the healing light of the fountain. Embrace it. Embrace the fountain and its glory. Instead, folks. And we do have the Centaur coming in still, working in. Jason hiding behind a wall while these rocks will be being tossed by the troll, which are missing. 4 of the Heresier are on the board as well. We do have another Hippias coming in the corner. The wall trying to protect that gold. He's being harassed pretty aggressively here. Iammagic does have a Northern Hunt. Another additional pile of Hippias on the board as well. Those Centaur are now went off on their own and make sure they scout out the whole rest of the map here. But continues to work on the upgrades. Just simply one stable, one temple, and now the academy is coming down. Raiding cavalry trying to keep up. It will be faster than the Centaur. The Hippias, though, this guy will go down. He won't be able to pull that off. But he is aggressive. He wants those Centaur. He doesn't want to see that KOA without it. However, he won't get his way. The Centaurs will survive. Oxcart with dwarves. Moving to the Northern Hunt on his base. Will he see it? Will he see it? Will he get there just in time to see it? All he needs to see is one. And it's been spotted. There they are. That's huge. Get in there. Double AoE on the board. Coming in with the damage on the AoE. Losing one villager. That second dwarf almost went down. Didn't quite though. Does have the relic as well for farms are cheaper. He will retreat that instantly. The dwarves carrying their meat past the Hippias. Large slabs of meat as they chase those Hippias down. However, more Hippias will come. He knows they're there with a scout as well. He will come back in and see if they want to carry their meat the other direction this time. Medium Hippias as well. He will poke these guys. They will change pace. They are going to decide that they're not going to want to be playing around here anymore. Why would they want to hunt there? They will come back again, though. This time he'll start building some military academies and buildings around to try to push them away from it. And if he can do that, then you'll be able to go pretty well on that. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. So, let's push through and see how we do. Still carrying that relic around. That's so you know you're watching pros. Just gotta carry a relic around the whole game, you know? No point putting it in a base. Raiding cavalry will go down. Unable to survive that onslaught. Medium hoplites now also being built to try to help against those raiding cavalry. Market and longhouse on the board. Both soldiers here, 48 to 38 on the board. Pretty even on the military front. That will scare him. That's too many. And he will run. Centaur getting hit in the rear. Going down. Pretty quickly at that too. Don't see any other Centaurs being built on that front. Will now fully retreat. The one Magic was pulling off that aggressive play, and now he's going to send it back to retreat a little bit. On this sense. Dominant force is on Tunison with Thor. We'll see which team goes for a second TC. This Northern Hunt is being destroyed, so that will be just changing pace. Those Hippias will change path as he sends the rest of his army in his base while he does go out there to try to raid. I don't know if he knows where all of the raiding spots will be. He hasn't covered the food over there yet. Does see those, so bet you when he sees that, the other player will start to advance. These guys run really fast. Look how fast they walk. One villager down. Doesn't see the zebras. He will send those away. Building more military barracks. Got some great halls, longhouse. Most of his military is still here, though. 20 versus 23. Oh, look at that. He's tired of it. Had enough of that. We'll start to seal off the map. Doesn't want these raids. Doesn't want to deal with those raids anymore. We'll spend the resources on that. Working against additional houses. As this Great Hall is going to be facing terrible, terrible destruction. The fate will come in. There will be ads on the Twitch stream in 3 minutes, folks. They are coming. The ads are coming, so better watch yourselves. You don't want them to come in too hard, but they are coming. More action coming in here as we work on that military being upgraded to all mediums. Additional amount of hoplites coming in to try to work on that. Tunison's forces trying to retreat to keep in this game here. They are pulling back on that part. So Magic was being basically put in his own little base. We have some axes here that are being thrown to the highest degree. A dwarven gold mine. Oh, I guess that can grow. That's pretty cool. Going to the healing spring to also send in some of his forces back to be healed from that action too. This Great Hall is going to be taken out. The hoplites are in here. Zeus's hoplites at that. Still have a little bit of hoplites up top. They're going to try to continue to harass. We do have lots of those walls being built though. So he does have a false sense of security here. We'll build some more military building barracks over that way. The market is being hit hard as well, so all these buildings will go down, but he will just rebuild and use those walls for his advantage. Zeus hoplites kicking some serious butt on the Great Hall here. Not much health for that, as he annihilates it quickly. Archers shooting down the last Great Hall. Feeling pretty good about it. However, there is a military hiding. Did see it with the Hippias as well. So we will see how that works for him. This is trying to punish Tunison for the last match where Tunison took the advantage. So the 1-1-0 in this series right now. We'll rebuild those buildings that have been destroyed. Starting to transition to those farms. Lots of gold miners in the north as well. Smart. We'll have to work on that wall though if you want to get around it. Hoplites could do a good job on that too. Noticing he is rebuilding over here as well. He is seeing that. Heracles didn't stand a chance and went down. Tunison will advance before Iammagic. That extra Hippias is going to scout, trying to uncover what's happening here. Spotting an ox cart, but not really spotting any of those villagers. Oh, here we go. We're missing some action here, pushing them off. Start to destroy those houses to work on that population. Recognizing that he will have flaming weapons now, which he's trying to bait him to use it appears. And he does have his bronze armor as well. So both of these players could use their god power, which would do a lot of damage. 46, or he still has a scout in there? That's incredible. Battle boar and raiding cavalry moving across the north. Hoplites coming in to see a little bit of action here to try to get back at him. Sarge is moving around the corner as well to get some additional shots in here. As those cavalry will get hit hard. He will push some of his forces up here. Throwing axes are still in the air. Alright, we have Northern Gold on both teams. More houses being built and also the academy. Working on the additional armor upgrades as well. And looking on heavy infantry on this side. And medium cavalry coming across for the Norse player. Battle boar and those horses will come out. And I bet you once they do, flaming weapons might happen. If they can touch them. If they don't get them there, then that will be a different thing. Axes are going down. Hydra's coming in. Flaming weapons is engaged. Ceasefire deployed. To do a significant amount against those flaming weapons. Flaming weapons. He will take that time to build a second TC, which will help fortify against that military. And he will then reappear over here as well. This is the first time one of these players at 16 minutes in is going for that second TC at this point. We have not seen that yet so far, so we are getting that happening right now as we see. So, all right. We have the town centers up. Raiding cavalry trying to go out. Getting caught by the Hydra with the one head, mind you. Getting sniped by a town center. Bronze armor coming in, which he won't be able to use any god powers against. So this will be huge for him. This will, in fact, do a lot of damage. And you most likely will see this TC go down because he's going to want to stay away from that god power with his armor being so much more increased with that bronze armor coming across the board. There it goes. It goes down. Chasing half the army, chasing in pursuit of a one horse will reclaim its senses and come back here as well. Couple raiding cavalry trying to get some of those villagers that were trying to farm, but meeting a few different archers in the process. These hoplites with Zeus are just gorgeous. The amount of damage they do is amazing. Heavy archers, heavy hoplites on the board. First hill fort coming up, trying to protect the lower half of his base. Second TC is up on the other side for magic as well. Another Hydra being produced. Maybe it's the same one, so pardon me, same Hydra, just different advancement. Throwing axemen, heavy toxotes, going at each other here. It's a great matchup here we have. Magic's doing a great job with this. Oh, there's some high pass being built as well. Some... Look at that, changing up the builds. Hydra's trying to get a second head. Will it happen though? Will the second headed Hydra show up? I don't know. This is a good question that we have, but we're not sure that's going to work or not for him. Coming in, shooting some additional channels here. Working on those buildings. Hoplites will be coming in. High pass and peltasts coming out too. Switching it up away from the hoplites. Both parties producing mass amounts of military, trying to see what they can do. Moving ahead into his base, he's now pushing up further away. Pushing up the north. Oh, he's going to look for... He's trying to be a little bit of an instigator here. Trying to see what he can see for... Does see those walls. Doesn't see any additional hunts yet. But I guess he suspects to be so because he's already sent soldiers everywhere across. Sees the ox carts. Ooh, does see those. And stuck by the walls. And now he does have his forces up here. Flaming weapons reactivated. Ceasefire redeployed. We'll try to trap him in. Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That will be a play right there. That will be a play. Look at that. Ceasefire in, but once that's out, flaming weapons are going to be on top of him. Let's see what happens. Reactivate. Flaming weapons, 15 seconds on the board still. Getting hit hard. Hoplite's trying to come in and save the day. Flaming weapons dominating his base. That is going to be a great way to salvage that. Lost that whole force based on that one smart move. Oh, pardon me. Look at that. That was a phenomenal move by Tunison to get that whole army of his knocked out. His northern middle golds are going to go down as well from that. And we're going to start to see that come back in. He will then reallocate those away from that area. And now there won't be nothing left up there for him to get, even though he will take that wall down. There'll be no point in doing so. And while that's happening, it looks like your secondary fortified base is going to start getting hammered as well. So those will have to come back to work on that. We're just throwing all the axes at that TC. And it went down rapidly fast. We'll be pushing off the advancement on that part. I gotta put my nose, be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and we see the massive military pushing further south. Has those original guys up top that were trying to come in a bit as well. We do have building down another settlement coming in here. We do have a lot of champion soldiers now on the board as well, coming through here as well. That TC will go down very quickly. Not able to be complete. Hill Fort coming in as well. Both teams are in mythic advances. And we will see God Power coming up, and we'll start to see all these wolves, the Fimber Wolves, coming across the board here. 30 seconds left on the wolves that are attacking and massacring villagers left, right, and center across the entirety, which I find a very useful skill to put in here. These soldiers are going in, and these wolves are coming in pretty hard. With 21 attack, they will come in, but they will not be enough. Iammagic pulling off the victory, making this series 2 for Iammagic, 1 for Tunison.